Hello and welcome to another episode of Mike Talks About Subaru. Today we're going to take a look at the 2021 Subaru Crosstrek base model automatic transmission. To give you a view of the outside, this is the pure red color. Moving to the inside of the car, adjusting the seat. You can move the seat up by moving the handle up, over and over. Bump it back down to lower the seat. The handle here is going to control the tilt for the back, and then the bar underneath for back and forth. The base model is equipped with a touchscreen radio with backup camera. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is standard on the Crosstrek, as well as automated climate control. Starting left to right, going over all the different buttons, what everything does. You're going to have your window lockout, open close controls for your windows. Your lock and unlock buttons are going to be here, and of course you're going to have your joystick for moving your mirrors around. It's going to be the L for the left mirror, and then you can just move the mirror with the joystick. R for the right mirror, right in the center, just locks that joystick. Down on the dash in front of your left knee, you can turn off your traction control. You can turn off the automatic start-stop system. That has to be turned off each time you start the car if you don't want it active. And then above that is going to be your dial for the brightness for your interior lights. Looking at the steering wheel, the arrows left and right here will control your preset stations on the radio. You've got your volume up and down. Source is going to switch between AM, FM, auxiliary. The info button is going to change what you're looking at the heads-up display in the center. Your eco gauge, average mile per gallon, instant miles per gallon, and things of that nature. This is your pick up the phone and Bluetooth command button, as well as radio command button, and your hang up the phone. Below there you'll have these buttons that pull towards you. Those will go through your different settings that are available. The middle button is the Eyesight button. This is where you can set up different screen features, warning volume for your Eyesight system, whether or not your rear seat reminder is turned on or not. Different Eyesight settings will be found in here as well. You can just access that by pulling and holding this button right here when this is on this screen setting. Outside of that, you have a couple eco gauges, digital speedometer, how long your auto start stop has been used, how much gas it's conserved by being used. To the right hand side, you'll have your cruise control on and off. Below that is going to turn on and off lane centering and lane keep assist. This is going to increase or decrease the distance between you and the lead vehicle when you're using adaptive cruise control. This is a sport mode, and this is intelligent mode. These are driving formats. I'm going to give you a different feeling, different acceleration with the sport mode, a little less gas mileage than what you get with intelligent mode. Just gives you a more zippy drive. You'll know which one you're in by looking at the screen in the center here. S is the sport, I for intelligent. And in looking at that screen, if your cruise control is on, you're going to see this format right here. When it's off, you won't have anything there aside from possibly that little steering wheel. That is indicating that your lane keep assist is on. And then again, this is your cruise control. As you increase the distance between you and the lead vehicle, you'll see lines in front of your car there. The less lines, the closer you're going to be. Now it's going to be car lengths based on the speed you're traveling. 4 car lengths, 3, 2, or 1 car length. The lane centering and lane keep assist, if your cruise control is on and active, the car will actually center itself between the two lines on the road, provided that they're visible for the car. If cruise control is not active, but that light is still on, what's going to happen there is if you're approaching a line marking, it will actually gently nudge your steering wheel to kind of give you a feeling that you're about to hit that line, and it's going to help you, assist you to stay in the path. Moving over to your radio, it is the touch screen. You've got options to go to a home screen. You can hit the home button up top left corner, or you can hit the home button, the hard button here. You can press phone to go into your Bluetooth settings. Settings goes into your general radio settings, sound settings, for your graphics equalizer, things like that. You can add additional devices here under the phone, and vehicle settings is where you can set your date and time, whether you want it done manually. If it's on manual, you'll use the plus and minus up here. If it's on auto, it will actually set to your Bluetooth with your phone. Down here you're going to have hard buttons that relate to most of the buttons up there. The apps button will give you your Pandora if you have it on your phone, AHA Radio, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. If you have the CarPlay or the Android Auto active, that will also show up on the home screen in this area here. Down below there, you're going to have your secret buttons, your media button if you have something plugged into the USB port or the auxiliary port down in there underneath in the cubby hole. And then the radio button, of course, brings you to your radio screen where you have your AM and FM. Volume knob is here. You can push that in to mute the radio, push it again to unmute it. The tuner knob is going to be right here. It does show you in the upper right hand corner, if you're not in your radio screen, what station it is that you're tuning to. Below that is going to be your climate control. So how that works is this first knob is going to control your temperature. As you turn that knob, it will change what you have your temperature set to up above. The center knob controls fan speed, and the final knob controls where it's blowing. You'll see that in the bottom right hand corner of that display up there. Auto sets it to automatic climate control, so all you have to do is worry about what temperature you want the car to be at. It will run the fan and the blower where it thinks it should go, at the speed it thinks it should go, to keep the car the temperature you have it set to. On off is just what it says it is. If you want to turn your AC on or off, that's going to be right there. Maximum AC is there. Center button here is going to turn on or off the air recirculator. With that on, it uses the air that's already inside the car versus drawing air from outside. You'll use that in conjunction with maximum AC, or if there's a smell outside that you don't want to enter in the car, you could use it for that as well. Now, one thing you'll notice is as you turn the knob for mode, it will never go to just defrost. It'll give you defrost and feet, but never just defrost. So to get that, you would hit the defrost button, which is the top button right there, and it's going to show it up there that you have that turned on. Below that is going to be your rear defrost, on and off. And then, of course, your hazard lights is right here. Your shifter, straight back is drive. Over to the left puts you in a low gear, which would be similar to a first or second gear in your traditional 4 or 5 speed automatic transmissions. Reverse, when you put it in reverse, you do get your backup camera. As you turn, it does show you estimate as to where you're going to be going. Parking brake, to release that, pull up a little bit and pull in on the pin. Behind the steering wheel, your headlights, you have off, parking lights only, on all the time. Now if you leave it on while the key is in the ignition, as soon as you take that key out, the headlights are going to turn off. So you don't have to worry about leaving that on overnight. It's not going to hurt anything. Push forward is going to be your high beam, pull back for low beam, and then of course up and down for your blinkers. To the right hand side, you'll have your wiper control arm. Down one click is intermittent, second click is low, third click is high. Pull the whole thing towards you to squirt the windshield. The outside knob here is going to control the rear wiper. You can roll that down and that's going to squirt the rear window until you release it. Up is going to be intermittent for the rear, continuous for the rear, and from there you can actually continue to roll that forwards and it'll squirt the window until you release it. The steering wheel is both tilt and telescopic. You'll find the handle for that right underneath on the left hand side. Pop that down to release it, and then you'll have the up and down as well as in and out, so you have plenty of area to get that comfortable for you. Up above, as I mentioned, I believe, actually I don't think I did mention it, the automatic transmissions now with the Subaru lineup all have Eyesight. Eyesight is Subaru's forward collision prevention system, as well as adaptive cruise control, lane sway warning, lane keep assist, and the lane centering. So that's what these are up here. These are the cameras for that. You don't ever want to reach up and put your fingers in there and touch the camera lenses or anything like that. You don't want your fingerprints on there blocking the view so that they can't do their job. Now, the buttons in between the map lights up here turn off some of the functions for the Eyesight. This one will turn off lane sway warning, where if you're not using your blinker, it will actually beep at you if you cross over the lines. Over to the right, you have forward collision prevention that you can turn off. To turn either of those off, you press and hold the button for 3 seconds. In doing so, you'll hear a beep and an orange light indicating you've turned that function off. To turn it back on, press and hold it again for 3 seconds. It'll beep at you, the orange light goes away, and you're in business. The forward collision prevention, this one here, that one is going to default to on every time you start the car. Moving on from that, your map lights, to turn those on and off is just a matter of pushing the light. The switch right here is going to be for your interior light if you want to turn that on and off with the door opening. Put it on the door position. When the door opens, it will turn on. You close the door, it will fade to off. That is going to be the general overview on how everything works in here. If there are any questions, feel free to leave comments, and I can certainly make other videos following up or answer any questions that you might have. Thank you for tuning in.